In this video, we're gonna take a look at 5 more games we'd love to see as a part of PlayStation Plus's game offerings in the future. We've already done a video like this, so check that one out if you're interested. And going into this video, keep in mind that these games aren't recently released AAA titles. That doesn't make sense for PlayStation Plus. Rather, we look at games that make sense for PlayStation Plus as a subscription platform. With that being said, let's get right into this. Yakuza Kiwami. Yakuza has been a franchise that has had trouble gaining traction over here in the States. It's been a big fixture over in Japan, and that makes sense when you look at the presentation and stylization of Yakuza. However, the gameplay and world design is still great for a Western gamer. 2017 was a marquee year for Yakuza as a franchise, and it goes to show that Sega is committed to bringing the franchise over here in the States and getting it popular. We saw the release of Yakuza 0 last year in January, and later in the year we saw the release of Yakuza Kiwami, which was a full remake of the very first Yakuza title. Yakuza is still rather niche, but what better way to introduce the franchise to a wider audience than have Yakuza Kiwami as a part of PlayStation Plus's game offerings? I imagine that this is the kind of game, if you're a PlayStation Plus subscriber, you take one look at and you are rather interested by it. And it makes a lot of sense considering that we are supposed to see the release of Yakuza 6 in March of this year, so why not increase the attention for Yakuza as a franchise by offering Yakuza Kiwami to PlayStation Plus subscribers? Now, Kiwami is a recent release. However, at this point, if you were an ardent fan of Yakuza, you would have already picked up Kiwami. It was a $30 budget title, and now you can readily find it available for $20. I believe having it as a part of PlayStation Plus makes a lot of sense, and the best idea would to be do it a month before or the month of Yakuza 6's release. The Order 1886. There's so much you could say about The Order 1886. It was Ready at Dawn's first attempt at a AAA console game, and I think many would agree in saying that it was very disappointing. Now, right away, when you look at The Order 1886, it is a technical marvel. At the time, back in 2015, without a doubt, this set the technical benchmark for console gaming. It is a fabulous game to look at, and there are some positives about The Order 1886 outside of the incredible visuals. Had a fantastic and unique setting with an interesting story. However, it didn't really have the chance to develop, and the gameplay was rather tame for a third-person shooter, and obviously the major complaint was the length of the game. You could complete it very quickly, not a lot of replay value, and this was a full retail release at $60. Now, it's been almost 3 years since The Order 1886 has been released, and this is still a franchise with some potential for a future entry, and at the very least, it is still a technical marvel, so why not give it out to PlayStation Plus subscribers? At this point, I don't think a lot of gamers are looking to buy The Order 1886. However, if they can get it as a part of their subscription, I think it's a game a lot of gamers would check out if they've never played it.
Grenade! We seize the ship in the name of liberty.
Alienation. Alienation was released back in 2016, and it was a game developed by Housemarque. Now, Housemarque is probably a studio not all of you are familiar with, but they are one of the most talented studios in the gaming world today, and they deserve a lot of attention. They typically don't release big budget AAA experiences, however, they do work on several downloadable titles, and they've put out some awesome games such as Super Stardust HD, Outland, Dead Nation, Resogun, the recently released Nex Machina, and Matterfall as well, and Alienation was another one of their titles, and just like the rest of them, it was very good. Alienation is an isometric twin-stick shooter set in a future where aliens are invading Earth. Not the most interesting premise, but Alienation is a ton of fun with some awesome cooperative gameplay, and visually it's stunning, and it's got some great particle effects. Again, at this point, Alienation is an older title. Now in 2018, are a lot of gamers really picking it up? Probably not, and best of all, Alienation is a game that's ideally played cooperatively, and what better way to get that cooperative experience, then the game being available to all PlayStation Plus subscribers would make finding people to play the game with rather easy, and it is an absolute joy to play with a couple of friends. A ton of fun can be had with Alienation, but at this point, community has died down a little bit, but I would love to see it on PlayStation Plus. The Banner Saga. The Banner Saga is one of those games that I am shocked hasn't gotten more popular than it is. It's very underrated and not many even really know about it. Especially in the PlayStation community, the Banner Saga is one of the more underrated games you'll find. And it is a fantastic game. Presentation-wise, it is incredible. It's got a great art style, awesome music. The core of the game itself is it's a turn-based RPG inspired by games such as Final Fantasy Tactics, where you control and build up a party of characters with complementing abilities, and it's very strategic. A major goal in the Banner Saga was to create a very mature experience, and you'll see that shine through with the storytelling and various thematics shown in the game. There was a sequel released to the Banner Saga in Banner Saga 2, and there will be a Banner Saga 3. However, you should start with the very first game, and what better way to build up attention around the second game and a potential hype for the third game than offer Banner Saga as a freebie to PlayStation Plus subscribers. You'll see that be a trend in these videos where you utilize older titles in a franchise to build up anticipation for future titles. I feel like that's an element of PlayStation Plus that hasn't been utilized to its full extent, and with the Banner Saga, you can definitely do that as we head into the release for Banner Saga 3.
Never had to run. We never had to kill. Why are we alive when even the gods are dead? I awoke, and I knew why we're still alive.
And following in those footsteps, we have Heavy Rain. Quantic Dreams is one of the more notable studios in game development today. They've created some very thought-provoking games headed by David Cage, and while all of them aren't perfect, many of them are really good, and the pinnacle of their titles is definitely shown by Heavy Rain. Heavy Rain is an incredibly engaging title with amazing character development, great storytelling that'll really keep you on the edge of your seat. There's so many twists and turns, and it's one of the more heart-racing games that you're gonna find. And by the way, Quantic Dreams is releasing another new title in 2018, Detroit Become Human. That game shows to have a lot of unique thematics as well, and what better way to introduce the unique experience that Quantic Dreams makes than offering Heavy Rain as a title for PlayStation Plus subscribers. Those that have played the Quantic Dreams title would probably agree that Heavy Rain is the best game that they've put out, and considering that it is originally a PlayStation 3 title, was ported later to the PlayStation 4, it makes all the sense in the world for it to be a title offered to subscribers before the release of Detroit Become Human.
Every available band of Finding Ethan Mars to keep an eye on the train stations, the airports, the bus terminals. I want every cop in the city on his ass, so if he moves, we know about it.
So that wraps up 5 awesome games we'd love to see as a part of PlayStation Plus's game offerings in the future. What do you think? Would you love to see these games as offerings? Do you have other games you want to see as a part of the subscription service? And games that you want to see us mention in a future video? Let us know in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.